Narayana. Respected dear co-sadhakas and friends, welcome. One more day, evening, few hours, let us try to spend for the Lord who has given us all the time in our human life again only to reach back to Him. Let this spent time of 2 hours through the study of Shastras of Bhagavatam, Maha, Puranam and Adhyatma Ramayanam give us the clarity of vision of our goal being Bhagavan and the means as our Rishi Munis have walked and they have shown us or taught us. May we have the convinced knowledge about the correct path as well as the goal through this study. And may all the stories we study in Bhagavata inspire us to take up this path sincerely, seriously, relentlessly, so that without much of the delay we are able to reach to that esteemed, wonderful goal of experiencing the divinity as our own self. May all the gurus, all the God expressions, all the Shrutis, every one of them bless us and may we invoke their grace all the time while doing what we can do, what we must do. So today we will, as said yesterday, do the 12th Skandha first study, thereafter the 10th one, then we will go to our Adhyatma Ramayanam. Let us start with our everyday prayers. Focus, bring the mind to the chantings and the meaning of the chantings, whatever we know. This effort is called sadhana. What we are doing in our morning, evening classes is true sadhana because we are putting our intellect, the mind, the ears, the mouth, all of them single pointedly towards the divinity. This is called actual sadhana. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Sachidanandarupaय Vishwotpatyaadihetave Tavatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayan Namaha Janmadyasya Yatonvayaditaratascha Artheshvabhignaswarat Tene Brahma Hrudaya Adikavaye Muhyanti Yatsurayah Tejo Varimrudam Yatha Vinimayo यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातर आजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः। श्री परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षये सूतमहामुनये शौनकादृशिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादृशिभ्यो अत्र्यादृशिभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो मत्स्यादिवतारेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो श्री दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय हेग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो श्री आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे नमः। श्री आद्यशंकराचार्यवर्यादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। माता पितृदेवताभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां गुरूणां देवतानां परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातु अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधसिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः हैंदव संस्कृतेः मुक्तिदायक अद्वैत ज्ञानस्यापि पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं तत्कृत कंकणबद्ध समस्त साधक भक्त सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासूणां धर्म संस्थापकानाम् अस्माकं सह आयुरारोग्यैश्वर्यादि क्षेमस्थैर्यादि श्रद्धाभक्त्यादि समस्त सत्संपदा सत्साधना सिद्धि द्वारा समस्त शक्तीनाम अनुकूलतानां सिद्धि द्वारा बाह्य अभ्यंतर समस्त विघ्न शत्रु समूल निर्मूलन निवारण द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य द्वादश दशम स्कन्धानां पारायणम् अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ द्वादश स्कन्धः। Friends, let us once chant these mantras 39 up to 43 of the fourth chapter and complete with the chapter. ॐ दशमस्कन्धः द्वादशस्कन्धः अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः। श्रीशुक उवाच एताः कुरु श्रेष्ठ जगद्विधातुः नारायणस्याखिलसत्त्वधाम्नः लीलाकथास्ते कथिताः समासतः कार्त्स्नेन नाजोऽप्यभिधातुमीशः संसारसिन्धुमतिदुस्तरमुत्थितीर्षोः नान्यः प्लवो भगवतः पुरुषोत्तमस्य लीलाकथारसनिषेवणमन्तरेण पुंसो भवेत् विविधदुःखदवार्दितस्य पुराणसंहिताम् एतां ऋषिर्नारायणो व्ययः नारदाय पुरा प्राह कृष्णद्वैपायनाय सह स वै मह्यं महाराज भगवान् बादरायणः इमां भागवतीं प्रीतः संहितां वेदसंहिताम् एतां वक्ष्यत्यसौ सूत ऋषिभ्यो नैमिषालये दीर्घसत्रे कुरु श्रेष्ठ सम्पृष्टः शौनकादिभिः। इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां द्वादशस्कन्धे चतुर्थोऽध्यायः। ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः। अथ पंचमोऽध्यायः। श्रीशुक उवाच अत्रानुवर्ण्यते भीक्ष्णं विश्वात्मा भगवान् हरिः यस्य प्रसादजो ब्रह्मा रुद्रः क्रोधसमुद्भवः त्वं तु राजन्मरिष्येति पशुबुद्धिम् इमां जहि न जातः प्राग् अभूतोऽद्य देहवत्वं न नङ्क्ष्यसे न भविष्यसि भूत्वा त्वं पुत्रपौत्रादिरूपवान् बीजाङ्कुरवत् देहादेहे व्यतिरिक्तो यथा अनलः स्वप्ने यथा शिरच्छेदं पञ्चत्वाद्यात्मनः स्वयं यस्मात् पश्यति देहस्य ततः आत्मा हि अजो अमरः घटे भिन्ने यथाकाशः आकाशः स्यात् यथा पुरा एवं देहे मृते जीवः ब्रह्म सम्पद्यते पुनः मनः सृजति वै देहान् गुणान् कर्माणि चात्मनः तन्मनः सृजते माया ततो जीवस्य संसृतिः स्नेहाधिष्ठानवर्त्यग्नि संयोगो यावदीयते ततो दीपस्य दीपत्वं एवं देहकृतो भवः रजस्सत्त्वतमो वृत्या जायतेऽथ विनश्यते न तत्रात्मा स्वयं ज्योतिः यो व्यक्ताव्यक्तयोः परः आकाश इव च आधारः ध्रुवोऽनन्तोपमस्ततः एवमात्मानमात्मस्थम् आत्मनैवामृषप्रभो बुद्ध्यानुमानगर्भिण्या वासुदेवानुचिन्तया चोदितो विप्रवाक्येन न त्वां धक्ष्यति तक्षकः मृत्यवो नोपधक्ष्यन्ति मृत्योनां मृत्युमेश्वरम् अहं ब्रह्म परं धाम ब्रह्माहं परमं पदम् एवं समीक्षन्नात्मानम् आत्मन्याधाय निष्कळे दशन्तं तक्षकं पादे लेलिहानं विशाननैः न द्रक्ष्यसि शरीरं च विश्वं च पृथक् आत्मनः एतत्ते कथितं तात यथात्मा पृष्टवान् नृप हरेर्विश्वात्मनः चेष्टां किं भूयः श्रोतुमिच्छसि इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां द्वादशस्कन्धे पञ्चमोऽध्यायः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. What a beautiful whole text. Every skandha is so divine, every topic, every story, every prasanga is there only to enrich us with the wisdom about divine so that our faith in him grows, our upasanas to him grow, our desire to reach him grows. All of them are achieved when we follow what he says, and slowly even that thought of just doing what Lord says, that also happens in our life. Very good that we have taken up this study more than 1,000 days back on July 1st, 2020. Today is April 24, 2023. So good that relentlessly we tried. Definitely, Bhagavan's Kurba will be there in giving us what we deserve. The best Bhakti Jnana, Viveka, Vairagya. These are the only four things we have to get through the study of Bhagavatam or any of the Shastras. The Viveka is the ability to clearly understand. Then that clear understanding gives us these three things: the Vairagya, and also the Bhakti, and also the Jnana. In earlier various occasions, we have discussed this point. In fact, Shaunaka Rishi asks Sutaji in this way only. Bhakti Jnana Viraganam Viveko Vardhate Mohan Maya Moha Nirasascha Vaishnavaihi Kriyate Katham इह घोरे कलोप्रायः जीवश्चासुरतां गताः क्लेशाक्रान्तस्य तिष्ठतस्यैव शोधने किं परायणम् चिन्तामणिर्लोकसुखं सुरद्रुर्सर्गसम्पदं प्रयच्छति गुरुप्रीतः वैकुण्ठं योगी दुर्लभम्. So अज्ञानध्वांत विध्वंस कोटि सूर्य समप्रभ सूताख्या ही महासारम कथासारम. So this is how the Shaunakaji starts. Ajnanadvanta vidvamsa koti surya samaprabha sutakyaye kathasaram mama karuna rasayanam. In this way he starts. So Maya Moha Nirasasya Vaishnavai Kriyate Gatim, but most important, Bhakti Jnana Viraga Aptaha Vivekaha Vardhate Mahan Katham. Mahan Vivekaha Katham Vardhate. How the high level of using of intellect for the high level of viveka, for the high level of understanding, how to develop that. And what is the high level of viveka's understanding is understanding about these three things. One is vairagyam, second is bhakti, third is jnana. What is vairagyam? Vairagyam is our way to be lived this world while being in this world, wherein we are in the very world contacting everything, but other than doing what we are supposed to do, even a little also, any sort of extra attention or relation to the world is not there. That's called as vairagya. So the vairagyam is the presence or absence of ours amidst the things around us when they don't touch even little because we are busy in doing what we are supposed to do. That state of maturity is called as vairagya. How do that come? Only two things. One, when we know the entire world is mithya. Second, still it has got a purpose, that is for us to do sadhana through fulfillment of dharma and through approaching the Guru and learning the truth. So only these two things when I know. More than that, there is no value to the world. Then the world, even though it appears, I have no connection with it. That state is called as Vairagya. So, world is mithya in general, but particularly it is there for the Vyavaharika Satta. In that Vyavahara, only two Vyavaharas. One is Dharma Paripalana, second is Adhyatmika Sadhana. In these two things, when we fix our mind, other than these two, nothing else we mind, that state of being is called Vairagya. Again, I am repeating it two, three times so that some clarity comes into us. So, in this way, if we live in the world, all happenings we may see, come across, but nothing touches us because we are not related to that. Second is the bhakti. The Lord who has created this world is very much there. In fact, from Him only everything we are getting. Having got from Him, forgetting Him, we are doing all mistakes, therefore, we are suffering. So to forgive those mistakes, to give us wisdom, not to commit that mistakes, to make use of whatever He has given to us for the best of purpose, all the things required, we need to ask the Lord. And the process of asking is called upasana or the bhakti, wherein we do the upasanas with the sankalpa. At the end of upasana, with all pradakshina namaskara, Bhagavan, if you are pleased with this worship of mine, please grant me this blessings of freed from all the nonsense done. So to give me wisdom, not to misuse the opportunities given by you, and may I make use of whatever you have given only to reach you. This is called bhakti. In that all the Navada Bhakti, every aspect of Bhakti sadhanas come. So Viveka led to the Bhakti, sorry, Vairagya. Then Viveka led to the Bhakti. So how to deal with the world? That Viveka is called as Vairagya. How to deal with the Lord and for what purpose? That Viveka, the discrimination, that clarity of understanding is called as Bhakti. And who is the left one, third one, other than the world, other than the God, is our own selves. So the viveka of how to deal ourselves with ourselves is called as the jnanam. And what is the jnanam with regard to ourselves? That I am not this panchakosha yukta jiva. I am beyond that, a shuddha satchit ananda atma. So this jnanam regarding me, when I discover, then my viveka led to the jnanam. So bhakti toward the Lord, jnana toward the self, viraga toward the world, aptaha giver, vivekaha, the great viveka, vardhate grows, mahan, in a big way. Tell me that means. And that means has been this entire Bhagavata Mahapurana. And definitely, if not 100%, at least a beginning definitely has happened in us in all these three aspects. We started believing in the Lord, seeing His various beautiful leelas. Therefore, our prayers to Him, devotion to Him have become little more deeper. Before classes, what we were, now what we are, definitely there is a change, even though it may be very less. So to know more the world is as enchanting, as enslaving as it was before the study of the Bhagavatam. Either we are seeing the world as Mithya or we see the world as Bhagavan. When you see it as Mithya, we keep it away. When we see it as expression of God, we serve the world, not demand anything from the world. Even that definitely a percent must have happened in us. Continue when we definitely more and more this Vairagya Bhakti happens. So too, so many hundreds of prasangas between the Bhaktas and Bhagavan and Rishi Muni have come, where our Sarupa Chintana Paddhati was taught either by the Panchakosha Viveka or by Gunatraya Viveka or by the Avastatraya Viveka or by Atmanatma Viveka or Eka Aneka Viveka or Jada Chetana Viveka or Drishta Drishya Viveka or Adhyaropa Para Adhisthana Adhyaropa Viveka. So many were used in different contexts to teach to us. We are not what we are, these Panchakosha we think, but we are something beyond. Though it takes much more time for us to get rid of all vasanas which are forcing us to identify the upadhis and not allowing us, our intellect, to think as deeply as required to discover ourselves to be other than the Panchakosha. It is the intellect which has to think deeply and discover in its understanding, knowing that I am the Sakshi of whatever is happening. Nothing touches me when anything happens to the Upadhi. These all things intellect should understand. For that, intellect has to become so much freed from the influence of asanas and the mana ityadi. Then only the sharp, the subtle, the introverted intellect can understand, first of all, that I am the self, not these panchakoshas. Thereafter, in getting rid of panchakosha, it will take time. In getting abidance in the self, it takes time. Though it takes time, at least the beginning has happened in our life through the study of Bhagavatam. Luckily, we are complementing it with our Ramayana study, our Upanishad study, our Yoga Darshana study, our Mundaga Upanishad study. So many are helping us in enhancing these three things to be gained through Bhagavatam, called as Viveka, Utpanna, Vairagya towards Jagat, Bhakti towards Bhagavan, Jnanam of our own essential self, in short. So thank God we are doing it. Oh Lord, please make us transformed into such a great devotee, such a great seeker of the truth, that you are pleased with us and you bless us along, so that all these required things fully happen in our life without any iota of doubt or ambiguity. We are fully established in this Viveka that our presence here is to discover ourselves, our presence here is to worship and surrender to you, our presence here is for fulfilling our duties in any jobs given by you. Other than that, we are not going to be bound in this world through any of the extra relations through the raga or dvesha ityadi. So, in this way, having prayed, now in this fourth chapter, so simply, directly, clearly, Shukadevji, as he is concluding, coming to conclusion of his teachings to Parikshitji, here he says, Hey, my dear Parikshit, whatever are taught to you so far are Leela Kathaha. They are the beautiful stories of the Leela of the Lord. So the Leela is his play. Leela is his effortless doing all these things. Leela is really it is not there but appearing. Of whom there are Leelas, Bhagavataha Purushot Jagadvitahuto Narayanasya Akila Sattva Dhamnaha. So each of these words are important. Jagadvidhatoho, the one who is the creator, maintainer, and dissolver of this world, of that Lord, who here in most of the cases called as Narayana, because for the visionary, this Paramatma can be seen in every Nara, in every Jiva. Therefore, Nara Yasya Ayanam Saha Narayana, or Naraha Yasya Haranam, or Naraha Yasya Ayanam Saha Narayana. Naraha means water. So the Lord stays in the water, therefore Narayana. And in the water only the life begins. Or Narasya Samuham Naraha, Naram Yasya Ayanam Saha Narayana. So all the beings is called Nara. And Lord is the one who is aboded in all those beings, as he says, the first vibhuti in 10th chapter. Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarva Bhuta Ashaya Sthitaha. I am the self in the beings, all in the world. In that way, Narayana is meaning having meaning in this way. So of that Akila Sattva Dhama, of that Jagadvidhata, and of that Narayana, and third one, the Akhila Sattva Dhamnaha. It is very important. Each of the jivas, whoever have whatever sattva or the shaktis, Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, all that are given to them by the Lord only. Like every government officer, whatever the signature power he has got, which does miracles, lakhs and crores of rupees of deal just happens with one signature between states, between companies, between countries. Who has given to them all that power is not the Mother India, because they are the servants of government. They are called government servants. The Mother gave them the power, Mother India. In the same way, whether it is Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara, whether it is Lokapalas, Devatas, whether it is all whatever creation are there, in all of them, whatever the sattva is there, sattva is knowledge or sattva is the Shakti. So for all those Shakti, the main source is Bhagavan only. Akila Shakti Dhamnaha is a very important thing to be understood. Therefore, whatever Shaktis we have today of Icha and Jnana and Kriya, they have come from the Lord. Therefore, we have to thank Him for giving us and give Him the credit for whatever the good things we are doing. Secondly, more and more good we want to do of our own spiritual sadhana and serving the world. For that, the sattva we want only giver is God. Therefore, yaha antaha pravishya mama vacha mimam prasuptam sanjeeveti. Again, akila shakti dharaswadhamna. So, sattvadhamna, shakti dharaswadhamna, both are same words. Anyanascha, not only vani, hasta charana shravana tvagadin. All equipments of all beings are given existence, given enlivenment, given empowerment by that one being, the Lord. To him, Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam. In that sloka, Dhruji says, here also, this Lord who is Akhila Shakti Dhama, this Lord who is Narayana, the Lord who is Jagat Vidhata, of him, these are all Leela Kataha Katitaha Samasataha. Because Karsnena Avidatum Ajabi Anishaha. Because to talk completely about him, even the Brahmadeva is not capable of. Exactly same thing in 3 or 4 slokas. Today or tomorrow we will see when Muchukunda Raja asks Krishna, who are you? A beautiful question he'll ask. Way of questioning is beautiful. Question is simple, who are you? But with so many words, Raja Muchukunda inquires, seeing the divine form, Lord, who are you? Then, what is your abode? Where have you come from? So Bhagavan says there also, ki I have my names, my leelas, my janma, my karma are infinite. There he is going to say, even I cannot count them. And there he says, somebody may count all the dust particles on earth, maybe in some lakhs of janma, but they can't count all these 4 things of me. And yet I will tell you who am I. I am here born as Vasudeva Putra, Vasudeva Krishna, Vasudeva Putra, Vasudeva Krishna, and Bhagavan talks. After that, again stuti done by Muchukunda. They are all great, great topics in the 10th Skandha we are going to see in the next class. So here also same thing Shukadevji says, even Brahmadi Devatas like Narada Sarada Sahita Yahi Ahisha Jama Kubera Digapala Jahate Kavi Kovit Kahisa Kai Kahate. None of them put together also. Tomorrow Sahasa Badara, tomorrow Esakavai, Asakate Sika, Sanakadika, all of them put together also. Do your glory singing, but none of them can conclusively say that we have done your glorification. Here also, the Karsnena in its entirety, Bhagavan's Leelas, nobody can say, including Brahmadi, but Samasataha can be done. So I have done it in Samasataha. So by this, what we have to learn, even a Bhagavatagara doing 100 Bhagavata Saptahas cannot think that he has known everything about God. Because there are so many Puranas, and all Puranas put together also have not described the Lord even a speck also, even a little iota. No ego can come. So this is one learning from this sloka. At the same time, therefore, how great, grand, glorious must be the Lord, whose so many leelas are said to be samasa rupa only, and he has karsnena, infinite leelas. Nobody can describe them. So this is what is the meaning of this. Now the next sloka is always to be gathered or carried in its meaning in our heart. We are all, it is addressed to all of us directly. One is what? Samsara sindhum dustaram uttitirshuhu. This in samsara sindhu therefore is what? Want to be happy permanently, and no misery, not even one, not even once. This desire of these 2 types is called samsara sindhu. Nobody can fulfill this desire. Therefore, nobody can cross the ocean of these 2 desires by obtaining of anything. other than obtaining Paramatma. Paramatma's obtaining comes only by His grace, and that His grace comes in the form of Bhakti and Jnanam. So भगवत कृपा से मिलने वाला भक्ति ज्ञान से ही आत्यंतिक दुख निवृत्ति निरंकुशा तृप्ति रूपी हमें जो समुद्र पार करने का, संसार का समुद्र पार करने का सौभाग्य मिलता है. And how do you get that Bhagavad Kripa? Here it is said, Leela Katha Rasa Nishevanam Antarena Na Anyaha Plavaha or Plavaha Bhavetu. How important is this thought to go deeply in our hearts? If it deeply goes in our heart, other than all the time reveling in the kathas of the Lord, do we engage in our Leela Katha? Do we engage in the Leela Katha of the people which creates only Raga, Dvesha and Kama, Krodha? We never. The person who understands it deeply throughout the day engaged in a studying of the one or the other Purana of the Lord only. And what happens when the study of Purana is done, because of which the samsara sindhu is crossed, and also the last line said, Ki dukkha davardita, vividha dukkha davarditasya. The ardhanam, the scorching of the fire by the fire of the dukkhas. To eliminate that also. For both of them, how the Bhagavata Katha Shravana helps us, we have seen yesterday, day before. One is what? We will know the glory of Bhagavan. Second, we will know his Kripa Karuna of the Bhagavan, because so many, whoever are the devotees have approached, they all were blessed. So too, from the devotees, we will learn how we have to be devoted to the Lord, so that he will bless us. Thus, with his blessings, when the Bhakti and Jnana comes to us, we cross this ocean of samsara, means no effort, full happiness and no misery. And also dukkha davarditaha, no more scorching by any of the dukha. सो द भक्तों से कैसे भक्ति करना हम सीखेंगे? भगवान का कृपा को देखकर उनके प्रति शरणागति बढ़ेगा, श्रद्धा बढ़ेगा, और भगवान की शक्तियों को देखकर भी वो आश्चर्य आनंद भी होगा. सो इन दिस वे निरंतर भगवद लीला कथा श्रवण, इफ यू लिसन, our antakarna is filled with him to be the goal, and also whatever is learned from the Bhagavata as the means. Then we become Bhagavata in sadhana, we become Bhagavata in siddhi also. साधना काल का भागवत में भक्त बनने का प्रयत्न, सिद्धि काल के भागवत में भक्त बन जाना. In that becoming bhakta or jnani, everything is crystal clear to us. There is nothing other than pure Sachidananda Brahma. Alone is playing the leela of a big tree or a small plant, a big elephant or a small microbe, or a big sun moon or a small jugnu. Whatever is playing is one only. That comes, that alone is everywhere there, and I am that, and in that subject the self, even me, the Panchakosha Deha also is an object like any other Panchakosha. That type of wisdom dawns by Bhagavad Kripa, invoked through the bhakti, learned from the bhaktas, having heard or studied Bhagavata Katha Adi. Therefore, no day without listening and contemplating the Bhagavata Katha. And we have added भगवान के कथाएं दोनों हैं, एक तो भक्ति वाला प्रोचित कैतव परम धर्म, अदरवन ज्ञान वाला परम सत्यम परम धीमहि. So, and who is saying it? The Jivan Mukta, and Jnana ke dwara Jivan Mukta by himself in Avadhuta, a Mahayogi and a Parama Bhagavatottama, for whom 12 years his own father waited. When he came, immediately called him and gave this Bhagavat. ऐसे सुखदेव जी के मुखारविंद से आ रहा है, भगवान के कथाओं को सुनने के अलावा संसार दुख दव से बाहर आने के लिए, संसार सिंधु से बाहर आने के लिए दूसरा कोई अन्य प्लव या बोट नाव नहीं है. संसार सिंधुम अति दुस्तरम उत्थितीर्थशोः नान्यः प्लवो भगवतः पुरुषोत्तमस्य लीला कथारस निषेवणमंतरेण. सो भगवतः पुरुषोत्तमस्य लीला कथा रस निषेवणमंतरेण, भगवान पुरुषोत्तम जी के लीला कथा रसों का श्रवण के अलावा दूसरा कोई नाव नहीं है संसार सिंधु को पार करने के लिए. And as it is said in Gita, 9th chapter 22, Ye janaha ananyaha chintaha bhavanti, ye janaha mam paripasate, ye janaha nitya aviyuktaha bhavanti, tesham yogakshemam aham vahami. So yoga is all the sukha giving. Kshema is removing all dukkha or bandhana. Aham vahami, Bhagavan said there also. So same thing here in this language we have to do. And the mind when it is listening to कथा भागवता भगवान के बारे में पता होते हुए भक्ति ज्ञान बढ़ता है. Same mind when doesn't listen to Bhagavata, then it will listen to the Kama Katha or any of the other kathas of the world, which only creates the Nastikata regarding Lord, reality given to the world, and variety of modifications in the mind of Kama Krodhadi. Once they come, we become their slaves. हाँ, दैट्स ऑल. वो दामाद बनकर आ जाते हैं. जैसे एक बार बेटी को शादी कर दी, जिंदगी जब तक जिंदगी है तब तक वो दामाद का गुलाम बनना ही पड़ता है. ये सास ससुर को, जिनको बेटी है उनको ही पता होता है, जिनको नहीं है उनको नहीं पता. पूरी तरह से. लीला कथा रिसेवणम अंतरेण. एंड ऑल माय ऑडियंस हैव ओनली सन्स. नारायण. They are like that. These kama krodhadi vikara, once they come, they will really make us only Sasurji. And Sasurji chale jane tak, they will do only. And they will come because of our attention to the world. Why we are attending to world? Because we have time. Where from we have time? Because we are not engaged in Bhagwan's katha. भक्ति कथा, ज्ञान कथा, योग कथा, उसके बाद थक गए सो जाओ बस. बाकी कुछ भी दुनिया को किसी भी कारण से वैल्यू दिया, फंस गयो धस गयो. If this is not understood even after so many years of various experiences, we have to feel pity for our own selves. See that power of moha in the mind. Intellect, though, is recognizing the truth, yet that power of moha of the mind doesn't want to agree or accept the intellect's understanding. It goes on saying ifing and butting still. आप कुछ भी गाओ फिर भी. अब फिर भी वाला बात जो होता है ना, तब तक जब फिर भी वाली होती है बात, we can never come out of self created dooming all these involvements. Is it not? So that is why being in the company of saints and sages inspires us, because they have taken the path only of the truth at the cost of every valueless thing. Therefore, we also get inspired. Left to ourselves, we are with so many vasanas, we are so many पकड़ of the दुनिया. दुनिया ने हमको पकड़ा, हमने दुनिया को पकड़ा. ये सब मिलकर ज्ञान को, as we are seeing it every day last 4 days, मुलतवी करवाता रहता है. मुलतवी इज उर्दू वर्ड. इट मीन्स पोस्टपोनमेंट. आज नहीं कल परसों ज्ञान को पोस्टपोन कराता है. प्रेजेंट आई विल लिव लाइफ ऑफ मोहा, ज्ञान रहने दो बाद में. I mean, you only told some lives it will take, let it take. अरे some lives it will take, you start now. Don't start, there's no count of lives how many it takes. So, in our own simple layman's language, keep on listening to Bhagavad Katha through all Purana and Bhagavad Swarupa Katha through Upanishads, etc. So that the knowledge, the bhakti gained by it helps us to come out of the samsara sindhu, also dustara davagni. Okay? This is vividha dukkha davarditasya, then samsara sindhu uttitirthanartham, the required bhakti jnana will come. Put it the other way around, to cross the samsara sindhu, to come out of dukkha davalana, we need bhakti and jnanam. Bhakti and jnanam will come only when you keep on listening to Bhagavad Katha. So इधर से भी ले लो, उधर से भी ले लो. The second thing is important for you and I. Why? Because we are already listening to Leela Katha. But we have to add this point. We are listening to Leela Katha. But what should be the consequence expected? For what we should listen? To gain that Bhakti Jnana. With Leela Katha Shravanam, the Bhakti Jnana if doesn't come, then how the Samsara Sindhu will go away? how the dukkha davanala goes away? It will not. So somebody is coming with a samsara sindhu feeling and dukkha davanala, and he never heard any shastra. To him will tell, अरे भाई तुम ऐसे हो तो भक्ति ज्ञान से तुमको ये सारा संसार से छुटकारा मिलेगा. भक्ति ज्ञान comes to you when you listen to Bhagavata, etc. He says, ओहो ठीक है मैं आज से सुनता हूँ, सुन रहा हूँ. बट हम तो पहले से सुनते ही आ रहे हैं, तो हमको ये वाला ऐड करना है. सुन रहे हैं, बट आर वी डूइंग द गेटिंग द भक्ति एंड ज्ञानम sufficiently? If yes, we will by choice come out of our own self created samsara. But if you are not coming out, means the bhakti jnana have not come. Why didn't they come? Again, two reasons. One, we have not inquired about the world and the way the world is catching us and enslaving us. Second is what? The Bhagavata Kathas which we heard, we have not done Mananam Chintanam. किसी भी प्रजा या भक्त या राजा का कथा सुनते हो तो उसका मनन चिंतन करने से ये दोनों बात पता चलते हैं. He was lost because of his worldliness. He came out of because of his devotion. So that thing should enter into our heart. For that purpose, we have to listen Bhagavatam. Listening Bhagavatam and suffering samsara, just like those who have not heard Bhagavatam, then what's the faida? What's the difference between them and us? ये बात कभी कभी चेक करना है. देखो कोई भी साधना when we do for few days वो आदत हो जाता है, then routine हो जाता है, then mechanical हो जाता है. It makes us forget the purpose as well as the way to do. It just becomes academic. Even if you do meditation for a long time, even if you do the classes for many years, even if it is Upanishad and Bhashyam, like the professors of Vedanta with Adi Shankara Bhashya Upanishad, they are there in many philosophical colleges. For 50 years, for 50 batches of students, they taught all Upanishads with Bhashya. There are many, those who know every word by word of the Upanishad and Bhashyam, then Vartika, then Tika, and all of that. But they have done it academically, mechanically, not with the view of themselves applying it on themselves. Therefore, they are successful professors, miserably failure sadhakas. They continue to having same problem with the children or the wife or the staff or the salary problems or the health problem. How can after studying Advaita Brahma Jnana, you can have any doubts or thoughts or problems? Yes, you can when it is not taken inside, it is vomited outside. So any sadhana becomes so mechanical. Our coming to classes, sitting, बस आ रहे हैं बैठ रहे हैं सुन रहे जा रहे हैं मैं बोल रहा हूँ. बट कभी कभी सोचना है कि what is the consequence happening? It doesn't happen just like that. As we have come to the class by our choice, so too by our choiceful effort, we have to take out of this class the maximum. It is our effort. It is a higher effort, greater effort, next level of effort ours. कि मैंने आज ये कथा सुनी, इसका ये बात हुए, इसका सार क्या है, क्या मैंने इसको अंदर लिया? Did I accept it? Did I get convinced of it? So am I starting to do it? देखो, we are all so thoroughly studying how to swim from many years, but not even put our feet in the water so far. हाँ, किताब जितना पढ़ो तैरने का, जब तक पानी में नहीं गिरते तो कत कैसे थियरी प्रैक्टिस बनेगा? Which is very, this is another moha, another maya. That is why nayamatma pravachanena labhyaha na medhaya na bahuna shrutena. Therefore, yameva eshaha vrunate. This morning also, this shloka we quoted and explained. Tena labhyaha tasya esha atma vivrunate tanam swam. With every class, our jignasa to know the Lord, our feeling to do surrender to the Lord, and to know the Lord, what sadhanas we have to do, the interest for it should grow. The sense of urgency to reach to the goal and do the required sadhana should grow in us. नहीं तो शर्म की बात है कि इतने साल से हर दिन सुन रहे हैं, but same interest only in the worldliness. So we are doing beizati of the classes. We means both the speaker and listener. Not only we, I am mainly. Then what example we are setting to the world? Okay, setting the example of the world are the secondary. But the best given, even if that best is not used even little better, देन वी आर मोर फूल। भगवान तो हमको ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन करेंगे। अरे उन लोगों को सत्संग दिया ने मैं, सो दे लिव लाइक ए संसारी, justifiable. You are given day in and day out satsang, still you also behaved like a samsari. So what you tell, he will ask us only. इसको कहते हैं अवेकनिंग। इस क्वेश्चन को फिर इसका आंसर क्या निकलना चाहिए? गुरु को मुंह बंद करने वाला आंसर नहीं। So therefore, becoming more relentless in noting the sadhanas, in doing them as intensely as we can. Is it not? As we say every day, it is not the quantity of sadhana, but zeal and zest inside and sincerity of doing. Did we understand the deha and trying to make an object and get out of deha तादात्म्य? 1000 जन्म में, 10 जन्म में, 20 जन्म लगते हैं उसके लिए, बट शुरू किया कि नहीं? Have we tried to do the vritti nirodha? Did we try abhyasa vairagya? It takes many lives, that's secondary. But have we tried our best? जब करना शुरू करते हैं ना, तभी पता चलता है कि कितना करना होता है। Like when you see the soldiers on the border and you have to fight, they lift that rifle and load it and dhiraksha, they shoot it. हमको लगता है इधर उधर क्यों मारा भाई, सीधा टारगेट पे मारना था। We only commentators can only bako like that. Actually lift the rifle, then you will know the weight of it. Put it in your shoulder, then you will know. है ना, when you what you call the load that bullet, aim at the target, इतना सा सुराख होता है, उसमें देकर राइट टाइम में you have to put the trigger. Do you think it easy? The worst part of it is that recoil if हो जाता है, it will break the shoulder only. You can't use it for 1 month again. Still थोड़ा सिद्धांत बैठकर हम कहते हैं ध्यान को हो गया. When we jump into that, we will know. Then he'll become careful and all. He'll do exercise, build up the body to lift the rifle and all. Like, oh, they can't be fit. In the same way, when we start doing, then we will know कितना गहराई है साधना में, कितना तैरने का ताकत, हिम्मत, हौसला, ज्ञान हमको है. Then we really start. ओहो, मैं तो स्टेप 1 LKG के लेवल का भी नहीं हूँ, even though I am listening from so many years. अब तक विवेक भी जन्म नहीं लिया मेरे अंदर. Then you start Viveka, all that everything is Mithya, Paramatma Satya. If that is Mithya, then you should never ask for anything. Like to ask for anything of the dream. Dream like thing you may ask in waking plane, that is because your desires. But dream वाला चीज आप पूछते होता है क्या? ड्रीम वाला आइसक्रीम पूछ हंसेंगे हम, क्यों कि वो मिथ्या था. कैसे पूछोगे? Same way when the Jagat is Mithya understood, you can't get attracted toward anything in this Jagat. If you are attracted, that means we have still taken the word as real, so Vairagya has not come. Matlab, back to square one, the Viveka is not done. देखो, सुनना कोई भी करेगा, बोलना और भी आसान है, सत्संग और वेदांत, बट रियली कर पाना. सो दिस इज हाउ लीला कथा निषेवणम. सुनने से हमको ये प्रश्न, जो नहीं सुन रहे हैं वो उनको कहेंगे बेटा सुनोगे तो भक्ति ज्ञान बढ़ेगा, उससे संसार चला जाएगा, दुख चला. बट हम लोग ऑलरेडी सुन रहे हैं तो हमको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा. मतलब हमको नेक्स्ट स्टेप वाला ये मनन चिंतन कर दे, वॉट एवर यू हैव लर्न्ड, इम्प्लीमेंटेशन इम्प्लीमेंटेशन इम्प्लीमेंटेशन. We are like window shoppers, going through all shops, but not even bought one thing. So to going through all shastras, but of which shastra, which point solidly we caught and doing. If we do even 3 or 4, they themselves will bless us. Those which we know won't bless us. Those which we do, they only bless us. It is you or me or anybody in this world. No reservations in this. So what an important topic it is. Samsara sindhum ati dustaram uttitirshoho na anyah plavaha bhagavataha purushottamasya leela katha rasa nishevanam antarena dukkha antarena bhaved dukkha davad vividha dukkha pumsah bhaved vividha dukkha davaditasya. So vividha dukkha davaditasya pumsah. Then samsara sindhum ati dustaram uttitirshoho purushah bhagavataha purushottamasya लीला कथा रस निविषेवणम अंतरेण न अन्यः प्लवः भवेतु. I am teaching this so that you can learn also how to study Bhagavad and all. कैसे उसको समझ. अगले जन्म के लिए संकल्प करो, शुरू में ही पूरा संस्कृत सीखना है बस. अब मत करना, अभी नहीं 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 अक्षर डुकरू करने, अब भज गोविंदन करो बस. So now visualize what it could be. Parikshit ji seated from 7 days without even getting up, going for even drinking water or eating anything. Equally, Shukadevji also was teaching. All 10, 12 skandhas are over. In the lastly, having answered even the question of 4 pralayas, now concludingly, Shukadevji is saying, बेटा other than Bhagwan's katha listening, no way. सुखदेव जी परीक्षित जी को तो मिल गया. Now in one day, in the next chapter only, he will realize. This is as if an address to so many others. Thousands and lakhs have gathered because everybody knew now. It is not an ordinary person seated there and an ordinary person talking to him like your and my satsang. It is a Guru direct to Vyasa Putra, the born Brahmagnani, or the other parents, the king of the whole kingdom. So ये न्यूज तो सब फैलेगा, सब आएंगे बैठेंगे. So wholesale to all of us through him, he is addressing. None of us can transcend the samsara dukkha without Bhagavat Krupa. Bhagavat Krupa will not be in any form other than Bhakti Jnanam. Bhakti Jnana cannot come, Bhagavat Krupa cannot come without listening to Bhagavan Kathas. For that purpose, when we listen. Other than that purpose, दूसरा purpose नहीं जोड़ना चाहिए. So to all he is addressing. In that all we are there. See, picturize it. Reach to that Sukatal, not Shukratal. Shukatal, in that पेड़ के नीचे कहीं भी सुखदेव जी बैठे हैं, परीक्षित जी बैठे हैं. There around 60,000 other Rishi Munis are seated. Entire that place is filled with so many other bhaktas and all. And he's addressing how it is being transformed to all other audience. We don't know. योगी है सुखदेव जी, फिर अपने वॉल्यूम बढ़ाकर योग शक्ति से he might have made everyone listen. नहीं तो बिना माइक में तो 2 लोगों को भी बोल नहीं सकता हूँ. But we have spoken so and 7 days without stop. Not only the listener, when the listener will listen without stop, only when speaker speaks without stop, no? And the effort of speaker is more because you have to go on shouting with the knowledge inside. Listener का भी tough है, you'll have to go on listening and contemplate. But it's a chance for listener to sleep in between. Parikshit ji did not use that chance. He was full awake. सुबह शाम हो रहा था पूरा क्लास. 7 दिन 7 रात है शायद. या कहीं लिखा नहीं, हमने ढूंढा नहीं कि यहीं पहुंचा नहीं किससे क्या क्या रात को सोते थे या 7 दिन दिन और रात. Or we might have forgotten it. Let us refer back in the first skandha. It will be told to us कि प्रायो प्रवेश किया. 7th day the snake will come and bite. When they sat, have they continued day in and day out or not? We have to know. Anyway, that is secondary. But primarily, this is how everybody is being told till the Bhakti Jnana comes, through that till the samsara सिंधु पार करे, तब तक भगवान की कथाएं सुनो. और नहीं हुआ एक बार किया, सेकंड टाइम, थर्ड, फोर्थ. याद रखना, कोई भी ऐसा पारायण आपको बताते हैं इससे फल मिलेगा, तो एक बार नहीं हुआ तो 2 बार 3 बार करना. एक बार से क्यों नहीं होता? क्योंकि वी हैव नॉट डन विद द वे इट विच इट हैज टू बी डन विद so much concentration and shraddha. Otherwise, the upasana has its power to bless. But have you invoked that power by doing it the way it is expected to be done? That is a $1,000,000 question. Okay. Now here, this sequence also I'll say today, tomorrow also. Purana Samhitam Etam. Purana Samhita. Samhita means collection. All our Shastras in common called as Jaya Samhita. Because they give us victory over our ignorance, thereby our wisdom, all miseries and samsara. So Mahabharata is Jaya Samhita. All Puranas are Jaya Samhita. That is why Tato Jayamudirayat. Okay. All our Itihasas, they are all Jaya Samhita. भागवतादि पुराण में वो वेद वेदांत सब आपको विजय देने आते हैं, इसलिए उसको जय संहिता. सो जय ठीक है, संहिता. So in all the Jaya Samhitas, one is Purana. So the Purana Samhitam, and Samhita another meaning is Samyak Hitam. Means it gives the best hita to us. And what is that? Bhakti Jnana se moksha. Etam Rushihi Narayana Avyaha Naradaya Pura Praha. So the Avyaya Narayana Rishi only in that Badrinath somewhere he gave to Narada Pura. So भगवान नारायण ने ही नारद जी को दिए. मैंने बताया ना, नारद जी को नारायण जी से भी मिला, ब्रह्मदेव जी से भी मिला, अपने भाइयों से भी मिला. 3 बार मिला उनको. भाइयों मतलब सनकादि मुनि. सो पुराणे संहितामेतां ऋषिः नारायणः अव्ययः नारदाय पुरा प्राह. So let us not listen this sentence so casually. हाँ, नारायण ने नारद जी को सुनाया. ऐसा नहीं भाई, साक्षात भगवान नारायण only gave to the greatest of the bhaktas and rishis, साक्षात नारद जी. So नारायण नारद. तो कौन है वो लोग, उनके बारे में आपको, लाइक एनी फॉरेनर, यू टॉक टू देम अबाउट लॉर्ड कृष्णा, हाउ डज ही नो एनीथिंग अबाउट कृष्णा? Krishna, what is mean Krishna? It's the name of a person. Okay, he will go like that. He doesn't know Krishna is avatar, is born there, he did all the leelas. So too, if he just casually chant Narayana Bhagavan ne Narad ji ko diya, then we are not understanding for what purpose it is said. It is showing the authority of the Jnanam of Bhagavatam, therefore the glory of it. Like in Mundaka Upanishad, the whole Guru Parampara is told. Brahma Devanam Pratama Sambhavuva Vishwasya Karta Bonasya Gopta Sabrahma Vidyam Sarva Vidya Pratishtam Atharvaya Jeshta Putraya Praha Atharvaneyam Pravadeta Brahma Tarva Purova Changri Paravaram Shaunako Havai Mahashala Vidavai Angirasa Vasanna Papracho. So when Narayan gave to Brahmadeva, he gave to Atharvaji, Atharvaji gave to Angira, Angira gave to Satyavaha, Satya gave to Angirasa, Angirasa gave to Shaunakaji. That is now the glory of that Upanishad. The great are the students and speakers, the greater is the knowledge. So direct Narayana himself is the speaker. Narada is the audience. What great it must be the subject. Then again, second, the Narada became speaker. My father Vyasa Bhagavan has become audience. That's what he says. Ki Krishna Dvaipayanaya Saha Praha. To that Krishna Dvaipayana Veda Vyasa, this Narad ji gave. So Narayan to Narada, Narada to Vyasa. Another way is Narayan to Brahma, Brahman to Sanat Kumaradi, Sanat Kumaradi to Narada, Narada to Vyasa. Then Sahabai, that Vedavyas Bhagavan, Mahyam to me, He Maharaja or Raja, Bhagavan Badarayanaha, that Badarayana Bhagavan, he gave that to me. Imam Bhagavatim Pritaha. Again the word Samhita. And here Veda Samhita. वेद ज्ञान से भरा हुआ सम्यक हित करने वाला इस पुराण को दैट भगवान बादरायण माय फादर व्यास भगवान ही गेव इट टू मी. अभी तक ये हो गया. नाउ आई एम गिविंग यू, एनीवे इट इज देयर. एताम वक्ष्यति असौ सूतः. सूत जी बैठे हुए. सो दिस सूत जी विल बी स्पीकिंग इन फ्यूचर टू whom ऋषिभ्यः. वेयर नैमिषालये, व्हेन दीर्घ सत्रे. हे कुरुश्रेष्ठ संपृष्टः शौनकादिभिः. When Shaunakadi rishis come with very much devotion and ask him as you have asked me. So in that तो सारे पुराण बताए जाएंगे. Like all Puranas are Suta Shaunaka Samvad. Remember, in one of them Puranas is Bhagavatam. Here the Vakta is Shukadevji, Shrota is our Parikshit ji. In other Puranas, the Vakta Markane Puran है, ब्रह्मांड पुराण है, उसमें श्रोता वक्ता अलग होते हैं. नॉट परीक्षित एंड शुकदेव. परीक्षित शुकदेव आर श्रोता वक्ता ओनली फॉर भागवत. Now what other things we can catch from it, little more light we throw tomorrow anyway. Ki when Shukadevji is giving to Parikshit, or when Sutaji was giving to Shaunakadi, not only Shaunakadi or Parikshit are audience, there's so many. Among so many, there may be hundreds of Vidwams also, Jnanai, Bhaktas, Pandit. So then they having got this knowledge, they went on giving. That's how through Parampara, up to now, the Bhagavatadi Shastras are very intact and they have reached us. Like when Puja Gurudev gave lectures or Swami Vivekananda. Among the audience, not only there may be only seekers, They must be seeker speakers also. गुरुदेव के प्रवचन सुनकर कितने हजारों लोग वेदांत प्रवक्ताएं बने. Almost so many in the country today who are there, directly or indirectly, they have heard him or they read his books, etc. You know that many, not only who the brahmachari swamis who he trained, but many others also learned from him in going on doing the Gita prachar and other things. And he also not the pioneer. He learned from his both Shivananda Maharaj, Diksha Guru, Tapona Maharaj, Shiksha Guru. And they are also not original. They learned from their gurus. So therefore, Sadashiva Samarambham Vyasa Shankara Madhyamam परंपरा से आ रहा है, going on. So the glory of knowledge is gained, understood by seeing the glory of parampara, and in that parampara, who are the giver and receiver? When they are understood to be greatest, then that gives the authenticity to the knowledge. That's called pramani karana. The Gita in the third chapter, yad yad acharati shreshtaha tat tat itaraha janaha eva tat tadeva. So yad pramanam kurute loka tat anuvartate. So pramani karana. Whoever does it. The great people do pramanikaranam, others follow it. Great people, whatever they do, others do it. So for that sake, it is said, Narayana only gave it to Narada. Narada gave to my father Vyasa, he gave to me. I am telling you, and it will be given by Sutaji to Shaunakadi. So this is not an ordinary knowledge. So Suta will tell to Shaunakadi in an announcement, Bhagavan may be addressing Shukadevji to other audience who might have joined later. और एक सप्ताह होगा, वहां जाकर सुनो. वो तो फिर सप्ताह नहीं होगा, वो लंबा होगा. 1,000 years they said, not only for Bhagavad please, for all Puranas. One of the episode, like we are seeing from 3 years, but not the same text, no. Especially we have changed it, not in Bhagavatam, but other Upanishads itne ho gaye, Veda mantra ho gaye, Shanti mantra ho gaye. All of that we are going on doing. So they also went on doing. Anyway, we have seen the parampara, we have seen the authority, we have seen the final words of advice by Shukadevji in these final words. Now comes the 5th chapter in which the great grand glory are summing up of all the knowledge. In this, the direct things are addressed to Parikshitji and they are as direct to us as they were to him. Let us join for the study of it tomorrow. So tomorrow, once more, I'll say 5 minutes this portion and conclude the 4th chapter. And again tomorrow only, Sri Adi Shankara Jayanti, we'll start doing 2 or 3 shlokas. Maybe 2-3 days we'll take to do this Panchamodhyaya. In the Shashtodhyaya, Parikshitji goes away, then Shukadevji leaves and goes, then Suta Shaunaka discussion keeps on happening for 6-7 more chapters. Sarvam Krishnarpanam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sri Bhagavata Sharanam Mama Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama Sri Suta Sharanam Mama Sri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama Shri Narada Sharanam Mama Shri Kumara Sharanam Mama Shri Brahma Sharanam Mama Shri Vishnu Sharanam Mama Shri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Om Mukhaṁ Karoti Vācālam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Krupatamaham Vande Paravanandamādhavam. Om Swarge Satye Cha Kailase Vaikunte Nastayam Rasah Hatam Pibantu Sadbhagyaha Mama Munchata Karhishita. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuranam Dashama Skandha उत्तरार्धः. Then did we chant Avasashta Nirodhashta Tasyadyavasiyate Sahasre Parambrahma Paramatmeti Shabdete. Atha Dashamodhyayah Uttarardhah Eka Panchashatamodhyayah. Another beautiful study, Bhagavatam, 10th Skandham, Uttarardham, the Bhagavan Krishna and Muchukunda Prasanga and Vasangavashat, the finishing, eliminating of Kala Yavana. So what we have seen in the 50th chapter is Bhagavan Krishna having made Naragari Dwaraka so divine, shifted with his Yoga Maya, everyone from Mathura there, made Balramji king. He came out of the Nagari to fight with this Kala Yavana or Yavana. No, Bhagavan was without Ayudha, without a Ratha. And when he came out, it was like moon rising in the eastern horizon. And the beautiful divine form of Bhagavan Krishna has been described to us by Vyasa Bhagavan. To that Krishna is Yavana saw. And when he saw, again there is description of Lord. Then Bhagavan just looking back, keeping on running. This fellow is chasing. Then finally Bhagavan enters to Gufa. And what happens there? All that is the thing which we have to do. So anyway, let us make a chanting of as many slokas as how many we can chant? 27 तक पढ़ लो. ब्यूटीफुल. उससे ज़्यादा हम पढ़ सकते हैं क्या? आज सत्संग कर सकते हैं. हाँ, 36 तक पढ़ो. ओम अथ एकपञ्चाशत्तमोऽध्यायः. श्रीशुक उवाच तं विलोक्य विनिष्क्रान्तम् उज्जिहानमिवोढुपं दर्शनीयतमं श्यामं पीतकौशेयवाससं श्रीवत्सवक्षसम्भ्राजत् कौस्तुभामुक्तकन्धरं पृथुदीर्घचतुर्बाहुं नवकञ्जारुणेक्षणं नित्यप्रमुदितं श्रीमत् सुखपोलं शुचिस्मितं मुखारविन्दं बिभ्राणं स्फुरन्मकरकुण्डलं वासुदेवो हि अयम् इति पुमान् श्रीवत्सलाञ्छनः चतुर्भुजोरविन्दाक्षः वनमाल्यतिसुन्दरः लक्षणैर्नारदप्रोक्तैः नान्यो भवितुमर्हति निरायुधश्चलन् पद्भ्यां योत्स्येनेन निरायुधः इति निश्चित्य यवनः प्राद्रवन्तं पराङ्मुखम् अन्वदावज्जिघृक्षुस्तं दुरापमपि योगिनां हस्तप्राप्तमिवात्मानं हरिणा सपदे पदे नीतो दर्शयता दूरं यवनेशोद्रिकन्दरं पलायनं यदुकुले जातस्य तव नोचितम् इति क्षिपन्ननुगतः नैवं प्राहाहताशुभः एवं क्षिप्तोऽपि भगवान् प्राविशद्गिरिकन्दरं सोऽपि प्रविष्टस्तत्रान्यं शयानं ददृशे नरं नन्वसौ दूरमानीय शेते माम् इह साधुवत् इति मत्वाच्युतं मूढः तं पदा समताडयतो स उत्थाय चिरं सुप्तः शनैरुन्मील्य लोचने दिशो विलोकयन् पार्श्वे तमद्राक्षीदवस्थितं स तावत् तस्य रुष्टस्य दृष्टिपातेन भारत देहजेनाग्निनो दग्धः भस्मसादभवत्क्षणात् राजोवाच को नाम स पुमान् ब्रह्मन् कस्य किं वीर्य एव च कस्मात् गुहां गतः शिष्ये किं तेजो यवनार्दनः श्रीशुक उवाच स इक्ष्वाकुकुले जातः मान्धातृतनयो महान् मुचुकुन्द इति ख्यातः ब्रह्मण्यः सत्यसङ्गरः स याचितः सुरगणैः इन्द्राद्यैरात्मरक्षणे असुरेभ्यः परित्रस्तैः तद्रक्षां सोऽकरोत् चिरं लब्ध्वा गुहं ते सः पालं मुचुकुन्दमथा ब्रुवन् राजन् विरमतां कृच्छ्रात् भवान्नः परिपालनात् नरलोकं परित्यज्य राज्यं निहतकण्टकम् अस्मान् पालयतो वीर कामास्ते सर्व ऊज्झिताः सुता महिष्यो भवतः ज्ञातयो मात्यमन्त्रिणः प्रजाश्च तुल्यकालीयाः नाधुना सन्ति कालिताः कालो बलीयान् बलिनां भगवान् ईश्वरो अव्ययः प्रजाः कालयते क्रीडन् पशुपालो यथा पशून् वरं वृणीष्व भद्रन्ते ऋते कैवल्यमद्य नः एक एवेश्वरस्तस्य भगवान् विष्णुरव्ययः एवमुक्तः स वै देवान् अभिवन्द्य महायशाः आशयिष्टे गुहाविष्टः निद्रया देवदत्तया अशयिष्टे गुहाविष्टः निद्रया देवदत्तया स्वापं यातं यस्तु मध्ये बोधयत्वाम् अचेतनः सत्वया दुष्टमात्रस्तु भस्मीभवतु तत्क्षणात् यवने भस्मसान्नीते भगवान् सात्वतर्षभः आत्मानं दर्शयामास मुचुकुन्दाय धीमते तमालोक्य घनश्यामं पीतकौशेयवाससं श्रीवत्सवक्षसम्भ्राजत् कौस्तुभेन विराजितं चतुर्भुजं रोचमानं वैजयन्त्या च मालया चारुप्रसन्नवदनं स्फुरन्मकरकुण्डलं प्रेक्षणीयं नृलोकस्य सानुरागस्मिते क्षणम् अपीच्य वयसं स्मत्त मृगेन्द्रोदारविक्रमं पर्यपृच्छन्महाबुद्धिः तेजसा तस्य धर्षितः शङ्कितः शनकैराजा दुर्धर्षमिव तेजसा Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So when Bhagavan Krishna came out, then this Yavana, Kala Yavana has seen him. And all the Lakshanas told by Naradaji got matched. Therefore he understood he alone is Krishna. He is not anyone else. And no one else can be like this Krishna. So this is what we have seen yesterday. He darshaneyatamam shyamam pita kausheyavasasam srivatsavakshasam rajat kaustuba mukta kandharam prutudirga chaturbahum navakanjarunekshanam nitya pramuditam श्रीमत् सुखपोलम शुचिस्मितम मुखारविंदम बिभ्राणम सुरन मकर कुंडलम 12 beautiful qualities of Lord. Rupa Varnana for dhyana and the importance of that Rupa Varnana, all that we have seen. The dhyana of the Rupa of Paramatma we have exhaustively understood yesterday with so many quotations from Bhajagovindam and so many other places. So for that only again and again in Purana Itihasa the dhyana of Bhagavan is shown, and on every Bhagavan the Bhaktas, Gurus have written dhyana shlokas for the subsequent Bhaktas to focus attention and invoke. You understand the very, very essential aspects of spirituality. From now onwards, select the dhyana shlokas of all devatas. They are already there. Then keep chanting them every day. The Pratasmarana shlokas, the dhyana shlokas, the Prarthana shlokas, the Stuti shlokas, the Kavacha shlokas, they are all very, very essential. This is how we have to involve in whole life for that. Don't waste time now. Give everything up. Get out. Take your books, go to jungle or any place, pay there, they'll give you food twice a day. Keep on doing it. और क्या करना? Clear? After that, Lakshanaihi Narada Proktaihi. Before that, Vasudeva hi ayam iti Puman. This Puman is Vasudeva only. Because Srivatsalanchanaha, he has got the Sri Rekha in the heart. Chaturbujaha, 4 hands. Nobody has like that. Aravindakshaha, lotus petal like beautiful eyes. Then Vanamali, only Lord Krishna, unka to patent hai. Vanamala pehenna, Vanamali. Then Atisundaraha, nobody is as beautiful as him. So he must be Krishna only. So Lakshanair Narada Proktaihi, he is Vasudeva hai Bhavitu na Anyaha. He alone must be Krishna, nobody else. But Niraidaha, Are, I came to fight with him, he knows it. But no Aida in hands, Chalan Padbhyam, and he is walking on foot, not even chariot, etc. Therefore, Yotse Anena Niraida. I also will fight with him without Aida only. Because unke paas Aida nahi. There were all the Yuddha rules they used to follow. है ना, हर जगह हर बार वो कृत त्रेता द्वापर में बहुत हद तक युद्ध के नियमों का पालन होता था. बहुत सारे अच्छे अच्छे नियम. तो he is without Aida and Ratha. I is also like that. This is of the Yavana thought. Thereafter क्या हुआ? इति निश्चित्या यवनः what did he do? प्राद्रवंतम परामुखम अन्वदावत. सो परामुखम पीछे मुड़कर देखते हुए और फिर आगे दौड़ते हुए रहने वाले कृष्ण को परामुखम देखा पीछे फिर आगे. प्राद्रवंतम Lord is running. Anvadhavat, he followed him, he chased him, he ran behind him. Jigrukshuhutam, to catch him and finish him. And who is the one whom he is chasing? Durapamapi yoginam. योगी महायोगी ज्ञानी सिद्धादि पुरुष भी जिस भगवान को अपने हृदय में पकड़ नहीं पाए, उस भगवान को पकड़ने के लिए दुष्ट राक्षस A Yavana, he was running behind. Yogi namapi durapam jigrukshu. So by this, our lesson is yoga sadhanas. We have to do of chittavruti vinodha. Then only when the stationary, stable bhakti at the feet of the Lord will come. हमारे जीवन में अब तो भक्ति नामक शब्द भी टिकता नहीं. Forget about the actual meaning of bhakti, doing of bhakti and establishing in bhakti. कहाँ याद है हमको हमारा जीवन भक्ति और ज्ञान के लिए है करके. Even the words also we forget. So much we are worldly, so much our chitta is in क्षिप्त मूढ़ विक्षिप्त भूमिका. मेरा तो है बाबा. We are at that level. ओनली महायोगी लोग उन्होंने चित्तवृत्ति निरोध करके ओनली भगवत वृत्तियों को मेंटेन कर रहे हैं. इवन फॉर देम टेक्स लॉट ऑफ टाइम और बाय देयर ओन एफर्ट ही कैनॉट बी कॉट. जो भगवान चाहते हैं सोई जानत जय देव जना, जीवन भर याद रखना. ओनली भगवान चाहते हैं तभी हम उनको पहचान सकते हैं. अन्यथा जितना भी स्ट्रगल करो वो हमारे स्ट्रगल से नहीं मिलते. बट बिना स्ट्रगल का हमें कुछ और नहीं करना चाहिए. The struggle only, if not today, tomorrow, makes him pleased and he may bless us. If we don't struggle for Bhagavan, then we do some other nonsense. That takes us more away from Bhagavan, makes us more disqualified. Therefore, to avoid doing other nonsense, we have to do everything related to Bhagavan by effort, not with the idea that because of our efforts we gain him, which is wrong. It is only his grace that it will come. But for grace, this can be a cause. It cannot be also. भगवान ये चाहते हैं तो बिना कुछ साधना के बंदे को दर्शन देंगे. यू हैव नो राइट टू क्वेश्चन. उसको दिया मेरे को क्यों नहीं. चुप, तू कौन है पूछने वाला. मैं भगवान हूँ. ही विल बीट अस ओनली. जस्ट कीप डूइंग, वेट फॉर हिज ग्रेस. Even yogiyon ko bhi durab hai. And behind him to catch him, Jigruksha means with the desire to, Jigruksha means wanting to catch, he was chasing her. Then Bhagwan also very intelligent. He saw it in the case of Maricha in his earlier avataram. कि मारीचा मिल भी रहा था फिर दौड़ रहा था. मिलने का दौड़. So that it took him away from Sita, from that what Sita and that Panchavati a long distance. Maricha came in the form of deer. तो भगवान ने सोचा मैं भी ऐसे करता हूँ कि हस्त प्राप्त मिव आत्मानम. ओके, almost as if this Yavana caught the Lord. But again Bhagavan goes faster. Harinasa pade pade नीतहा. Then दर्शयता दूरम. पास में आते हैं, as if पकड़ में आते हैं. Again he is found to be very far away distant. Yavaneshaha. Finally Adrikandaram, into a big gufa के entrance तक. Adri is mountain, Kandara is gufa. The cave of a mountain. Up to that भगवान went on running. कभी बीच में पकड़ने में आते, नहीं मिलता तो फिर he may get demoralized and go away. अब मिलने का ऐसा थोड़ा नाटक करने से उसको लगेगा, आशा मिलता है ना कि अरे आई एम ऑलमोस्ट गोइंग टू कैच हिम. सो immediately भगवान goes little far. Again he will chase. In that way, up to the cave of that mountain they came. Then what happened? While this is happening, this fellow, Yavana पता नहीं कितना मोटा होगा, he started pleading to God only. As if begging only, but he was demanding and commanding. What he says? Palayanam yadukure jatasya tava na uchitam. You are born in the Kula of Raja Yadu. For you, this way running away, he doesn't deserve. Actually, he is not able to catch the Lord. हाँ? तुमको शरण आया तो भाग रहे हो यदुकुल के. इज नॉट दैट वे. ही इज नॉट एबल टू कैच. सो तव न उचितम यदुकुले जातस्य तव पलायनम. यदुकुल में जन्म लिए तुमको ऐसे भाग जाना ये उचित नहीं है. So here is one running away. Second is from, I think here only because this Bhagavan is called a Ranchodas. There's a good Ranchodas mandir in Gujarat. Beautiful. I have seen that one. Badhiya, cute, that Krishna Vigraha. And eyes are so wonderful. And they worship them as Ranchoda. They enjoy that also. Bhagavan Ranchodkar bhage. So Yadukulasya jatasya tava palayanam na uchitam. Then itikshipan, in this way shouting, becoming angry, anugataha. But na evam prapa. He could never catch or reach God. A beautiful word is used here by Shukadevji. Why he could not reach God? Because ahata ashubhaha. Means what? Prapa ahata ashubha means what? उनका पाप का घड़ा अभी नहीं भरा, इसको और थोड़ा जीने का चांस टाइम है, इसलिए भगवान पकड़ में आए नहीं, अगर मिल गए तो खत्म हो गए. सी द वे ऑफ सेइंग. Still his pot of sins is not filled, therefore he could not catch God. Then evam kshiptopi Bhagavan. Even though he was talking like that, doing insult, humiliation, threatening, frightening, challenging, Bhagavan did not listen. Evam kshiptopi Bhagavan pravishat giri kandaram. He entered into the kandara of that cave, into the of the mountain's cave he entered. Then what happened? Saha api pravishtaha. He also entered because Giri Kandara and coming from the bright light of the outer side, inside the pura dark dikhega, who is there, what, with nothing known. Then what happened there? Pravishta tatra anyam shayanam dadrushe naram. Anyam naram dadrushe shayanam. Having entered, this Yavana saw another person who is sleeping there. He did not use his intellect कि अभी दौड़कर अंदर गए कोई सोता थोड़ी है क्या, and who will stay in this guha, all that thinking. So he thought the one who is sleeping is Krishna only. This Kala Yavana thinks so. What he thinks so? Ki nanu asau, now indeed asau, this Krishna duramaniya, having made me run so much shete mam iha, mam duramaniya iha shete sadhuvat, like an innocent fellow sleeping here, making me run chase so much, iti matva achyutam तम सोते बंदे को अच्युत मानकर that muda, that yavana pada samatadayat. देखो, with the feet he has kicked that person, not once, samatadayat, samyakatadayat, means still the sleeping person, whoever he may be, he wakes up, he went on kicking. अगर वो एक बार हिलाकर अगर नहीं उठ रहे करके भाग जाता ना, तो बच जाता हूँ. लाइक परीक्षित दो बार चिल्लाया, दाहम दाहम, मतलब आई एम thirsty thirsty. Even the rishi has not given water. If he had gone away from there, he would have been saved. But he thought the rishi is only doing natak. He took the dead snake and put in his gala. That is why that Shrungi has cursed him. His son, Shamika Rishi's son, Shrungi. 7 दिन में तक्षका will bite you. Here also, this fellow, till the sleeping person got up, went on kicking. That's the meaning of samatadayat. Saha, whoever he was sleeping, chiram suptaha, patane, from when he was sleeping, uthaya, he woke up. Shanai lochane unmilya, slowly opened the eyes. Then Disho Vilakayan, he looked around. Who is the fellow? He woke me. He doesn't know. कोई जानवर हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है. पार्श्वे तम अद्राक्षित अवस्थितम. And he saw at the side में the standing that Yavana he saw. अवस्थित यवन को. Immediately स तावत् तस्य रुष्टस्य दृष्टिपातेन. रुष्टस्य तस्य दृष्टिपातेन means when anybody is woken up from sleep, the most painful thing to the sleeping person is if somebody wakes up, and that is a highly anger creating thing. So he become very angry. With that anger, that person who was sleeping looked at this Yavana. So Rustrasya Drishtipatena sa tavastasya Bharata. With anger, when he did the Drishtipata, we looked at him. Immediately Dehajena Agnina, from the body of that Yavana only, the Agni got kindled. Dagdhaha, dekhte dekhte he got burnt. Bhasma sadhavat kshanat. In a moment's time, he became ashes only. These are all high level of yoga sadhana. अपने दृष्टिपात से आगे वाले बंदे के अंदर के अग्नि को प्रज्वलित करके उसको भस्म करना. He has just become burned down to ashes only. That Yavana. So that's what I was talking yesterday. All these Yavanas have to be burnt into ashes only by the surgical strikes and all. They have only one agenda of destroying India or Hindus or a goodness. And we don't want to kill them. We want them to also live their life. After all, everyone is human being, everyone is a child of God. Everyone has a right to live happily, right to reach God, perhaps in their own way. We don't object. If Hindus who are the firstborn have this jealousy feeling of not holding other religion, thousands of religions would have not come in the world. We would have burnt them that moment they rose. On the other hand, learning from Hinduism only, every religion is sustaining. Every religion has 80-90% whatever nonsense. 20% is a cause for them to sustain because in the 20% there is some truth. That truth is borrowed, copied from Hinduism only. That all the pioneers of all religions know it. Who have started, they all know it. Directly, they have learned from Sanatana Dharma. But now they bent upon. Therefore, what they have to be done like this. इन द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ गुडनेस ऑफ गॉड हमको कोई डाउट नहीं इसमें भगवान खुद ही कहते हैं दुष्ट शिक्षण करना ही है जो धर्म को ग्लानि पहुंचा रहे हैं शिष्टों की दुख कर रहे हैं उनका तो शिक्षण करना ही है इज नो डाउट अब लातों का भूत बातों से नहीं मानता है तो लगाना ही पड़ता है इट्स सो सिंपल इज नो थिंग अबाउट ही गिवन इनफ लॉन्ग रोप इज गिवन इनफ ऑफ इट. So anyway, so he is got burnt into ashes. Then Raja Vacha, excited was the king Parikshit. अरे, it is such a news to listen. Generally तो लड़ाई करके in that युद्ध with तलवार कुछ मारना काटना होता है. He looked at it, he became Bhasma. He was surprised with the power of that person. Then Raja Parikshit ji asking Shukadev ji, को नाम सह पुमान ब्रह्मन? What is the name of that person? Kasya, to what he belongs, which Rajyam and where he. Then Kim Virya Evathad, what is the power of him with which he could burn down? Kasmat Guham Gataha, why is there in that Guha? Then Shishye, and why is he sleeping there? Kim Tejaha, from where that Teja came to him, who is a Yavana Ardana, who is a killer or the one who made into ashes this Yavana Asura. Who is he? Where from he has come? Why did he enter there? And why is he sleeping there? How come? He has got such a tejas of burning down that fellow. Shukadevji is answering. Sri Shukavacha. So, Saha Ikshvakukule Jataha. He is born in the Ikshvaku Vamsha. Ikshvaku is Vaivastamanu's son. So, Ikshvakukule Jataha is born in the Ikshvaku Kula. And Mandhatru Tanayaha is son of Raja Mamdhata. Now, all the stories we studied in earlier Skandha 8 9. मैंने तो याद नहीं है मानधातृ तनय एंड महान ग्रेट कुछ भी हो ही भक्ति ज्ञान वेदांत थोड़ा याद है तो काफी है एवरी श्लोक का मंत्र याद करने कैपेसिटी इन कलयुग वेरी फ्यू पीपल हैव वी हैव ओनली दिस थिंग इन लाइफ नो अदर थिंग दैट आल्सो एज वन ग्रोस इन ओल्ड एज वी स्टार्ट फॉरगेटिंग हम तो दवाई लिया करके लेना बंद करते हैं एक दिन अगले दिन नहीं लिया करके 2 बार लेते अपन का स्टाइल अलग बट थैंक गॉड बैलेंस हो गया एक दिन नहीं लिया दूसरे दिन डबल लिया तो इट इज what to talk about all the Veda mantras, all the Bhagavat kathas, Raja Mandhata and what else, Saubari, Mandhatru Charitram, we have Sukanya, Chavana Charitam, they all come together. Okay, it came in Adhyatma Ramayana also little bit. So anyway, Kisa Ikshvakukule Jataha, that person is born in Ikshvakukula, Mandhatru Tanayaha, is the son of the Mahan Mandhata. His name is Muchukunda. Bolo Raja Muchukunda ki jai Muchukunda. Muchukunda. Okay, his name. Iti Khyataha. And two great qualities are told about him that sums up how glorious he was. Brahmanyaha Satyasangaraha. Brahmanya means the one who is the Upasaka Puja doer of all Brahmanas. तो ब्राह्मणों को देवता के समान पूजा करने वालों को ब्रह्मण्य कहते हैं. So to ब्रह्म तत्व के जिज्ञासा रखना. So to the giver of ब्रह्म तत्व called Vedas. Veda also called as Brahma. तो वेदों को भगवान को ब्राह्मणों को तीनों को भक्ति श्रद्धा रखने वाला तीनों प्रति is called ब्रह्मण्य. How great thing, you know. Means what? How much egolessness is there? How much purity of the heart is there? How much clarity of understanding is there that Brahma Bhagavan is Gola and the Vedas are the means and the teacher of the Veda is the Brahmana. How much clarity if he has got that he will have devotion for all these three. देखो हमको तो हमारे जिंदगी में कौन ब्राह्मण है हम कुछ ब्राह्मण के अलग है तो हमको उनके प्रति जलसी या द्वेष ही होता है इन दिस युग. Even two Brahmanas also, they have a hatred with each other. Very funny this Kali Yuga. Everything is against what it has to be. Very bad. Anyway, Brahmanya, we told you. Satya Sangaraha, always endowed with, attached with, associated with Satya and truth only. Then Saha Yachita Suraganaihi Indradyehi Atmarakshane. Because of this Brahmanyata, Satya Sangarata, he had such a terrible, great, beautiful power that even Devatas, tortured, troubled by the Rakshasas, wanted his help. देखो उन दिनों में ऐसा होता था. भगवान दशरथ also helped देवतास. Indra also helped देवतास at the खांडव दमन समय. Even राजा मुचुकुंद, all of them, देवताओं को भी हेल्प किया उन्होंने. So देवताओं का इस लोक में इनको आवाजाही भी होता था उन दिनों में. So he, what happened to him? सुरगणैः इंद्राद्यैः आत्मरक्षणे याचितः असुरेभ्यः. They asked him to protect them from the Deva Rakshasas when they became powerful at one time. Paritrastaihi, Paristrastaihi, Tad Raksham sa Akarot Shiram. So they were so distressed and miserable with the attack of Rakshasas. Then they begged this Raja, Muchukunda Raja, for a long time, a big long time. He saved, protected them. In what way? It is there in Mahabharata and all. बस देवताओं को जगह दिया, रक्षा किया, छुपाया, जो भी है, राक्षसों को फिनिश किए होंगे बहुत सारे. Then what happened? Labdva guhamte swahapalam. After that long period, these devatas got the Sainya Dhyaksha for them to protect them in the form of Bhagavan Shiva's son, Kumara Swami Subramanyam. Guha कहते हैं उनको. 2 days back we have chanted his Ashtotra Shatanama. So Guham Labdva te Swahapalam. When they got their own chief of army staff, now Muchukunda Matha Abhravan. So kindly they spoke to this Raja Muchukunda, the Devatas. Hey Rajan, Raja Muchukunda, Viramatam Kruchrat Bhavan. Please, enough, thank you for all your lot of difficulties taken. Nahaparipalanat in protecting us, in taking care of us. Lot of pains you took. It took a lot time for you. Then what you did to help us, save us? Naralokam Paritejya. You just left that Bhuloka and came to us for our protection. Rajyam Paritejya. You are a king. Then Nihatakantakam Rajyam it was. Nobody was there to enemy. You are the wholesale Raja. Such a comfortable thing you left and came for us. Then Aspan Palayata, in this way while protecting us, hey Veera, te kamaha sarvaha ujjitaha. You never had fulfillment of any of your own wishes or desires. You gave up all of them. What a great contribution you have done for us. Oh, then Sutaha, your children, Mahishyaha, your wives, Bhavataha, Jnatayaha, your friends, relatives, Amatya, Mantrinaha, all advisors, personal secretaries and Mantri, Prajaha, all the Praja, Tulya Kalikaha, who were there at your time, that time, na Adhuna Santi Kalitaha. None of them are there now. Because human beings' life is after all 100 years. No, he has come here, thousands of human years he was there. So generations have passed. Therefore, your wife, children, मंत्री, प्रजा, कोई भी नहीं अब वहाँ जो आपको पहचान सकते हैं. So the mysticism of the time and kala, little bit tomorrow we'll talk on this. Okay, but today only the story. So these devatas say none of them are staying there. Now you have done so much for us. And they say one Mahavakyam, Kalaham Baliyan Balinam. Powerful than every power is the time of Bhagavan Ishvara Vyaha. It is Ishvara Bhagavan only in the Kala Rupa he comes. So Prajaha Kalayate Krinan Pashupalo Yata Pashun. Like Pashupala plays with the Pashu, so he plays with the Jivas, the Lord in the form of Kala. So the time has passed. Sorry, you have helped us. Now we have got Guha. You can go. But while going, Varam Vrunishva, Bhadram De, may auspiciousness come to you. Ask for some boon. Rute Kaivalya Madhya. Except the moksha, ask everything. Why moksha giving adhikara, power, is there only to Ishvara? Eka eva Ishvaraha tasya Bhagavan Vishnu Avyaha. Bhagavan Vishnu Narayana Krishna Rama. Other than him, we can't give moksha. Therefore, other than moksha, you ask for something. Then the Devatas told him like that. Eva mukta savai devan avinandya. Muchukunda must have thought, अब जाकर तो कोई लोग होंगे नहीं वहाँ मुझे पहचानने वाले. I have become Buddha also now. What to do? He thought, while taking care of these people, I never slept a long time. He asked, चलो दे दो मेरे को दीर्घ निद्रा वर. Therefore, एवं मुक्त सवै देवान अभिनंद्य महायशः आशइष्टे गुहाविष्टः Nidraya Devadattaya. So the Devata ne unko Nidra diya. With that Nidra, now he is sleeping. So in the class also, if you sleep, this is Nidra is Devadatta. Nidraya Devadattaya. But one vara also they gave to him. What is it? Ki swapam yatam, when you are in deep sleep, yatu madhye bodhayatvam. Whoever wakes you up in between without your choice, achetana, because of his murkhata, satvaya drushtamatra, that person when he just looked by you, bhasmi bhavatu takshanat, he'll become burnt only into ashes. This is how, as asked by Parikshit, Raja Muchukund ke baare mein Shukadev ji told. Now Muchukunda got up, this fellow got burnt. He looked at Bhagavan Krishna, such a divine form. Again, Krishna Bhagavan ka Rupa Varna will come. Then he will talk Muchukunda Raja, asking about who are you. Then he tells about who is he also. Then Bhagavan tells who is he. Then the Muchukunda Stuti of Lord. A beautiful portion in the next coming shlokas. Tomorrow we'll see Sarvam Krishna Arpanam. पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः भूर्भुवस्सुवरेण्यं भर्गो प्राणाय पानाय व्यानाय उदानाय समानाय ओम नीलमेघ श्याम कृष्ण नित्य जगन मोहन कृष्ण बालगोपाल कृष्ण भव्यमङ्गलं वेणुगानलोल कृष्ण वेदांत वेद कृष्ण नवनीत चोर कृष्ण नित्यमङ्गलं भक्तजनाधार कृष्ण परमदयावाति कृष्ण मुक्तिसंदायक कृष्ण मूर्तिमङ्गलं गीतामृतदात कृष्ण परमयोगीश कृष्ण पार्थसारथिरोम कृष्ण सर्वमङ्गलं राम सर्वमङ्गलं सद्गुरु सर्वमङ्गलम् ॐ न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकम् नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति ॐ नारायणाय नमो ब्रह्मा मंगल श्री गुरुपासन बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण शास्त्र की जय श्री वेद व्यास सुखदेव भाग श्री व्यास सुखदेव सूतादि भागवताचार्य की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद. Thank you. Good that we started 12th Skandha first. A good idea.